But the Nintendo Switch had a really awesome week, starting with ARMS, which just launched at the tail end of E3. This is a game that I did not expect to be nearly as fun as it actually is. When I first saw this thing, I was sort of like, oh, this feels like a sort of goofy casual fighting game. It feels like we're not getting the Punch-Out game we should be getting because we're getting these like weird men and women with like spring appendages.
Yeah, it felt kind of akin to how Nintendo Land wasn't a Mario Party game, even though it kind of was.
And like I was like, there's motion controls, and then I spent like 5 hours playing this thing on a flight to Tokyo, and I totally fell in love with it. It's developing a fantastic community around hardcore players, B, a really awesome community around artists who are completely latching on to some of these characters, Twintel especially, because she's fantastic. And it's just got this great cast of characters. It's really diverse and beautiful. The art direction's gorgeous. It's super fun. And there's DLC promised for the extended future that will all be free. So I'm totally into that. If you're looking for a casual / hardcore fighting game to play on your Switch, that's the one. I actually haven't played it with motion controls, but I heard it's awesome with that too.
I did that for a second at a demo. It felt very like Wii boxing.
Yeah. So check that out. But that's the big one, right? That's the big first-party one, and part of Nintendo's promise of giving us a big first-party game every other month. But there's a bunch of other cool stuff that just launched too. Check your eShop every now and then if you're like, Switch has no games. Yes, it does. You just got to expand your palette a little bit. Shantae Half-Genie Hero, which was, I believe, originally a Wii U game, just launched for the system too. It's got Metroidvania elements. It's got this kind of booty dancing sort of witch woman who uses her hair.
That was actually the working title was Booty Dancing Witch Woman.
Yep. And her thing is that she can transform into different animals, like a spider or like an elephant, and barge through walls. The levels are really cool. You're kind of given the excuse to go back and find secrets in them. It's really fun. It's really charming. The art direction is great. Like the animation's awesome, and the music's really good too. And you know, you saw from E3, we are getting Metroid games. We're getting one for 3DS, and eventually we're getting Prime 4 for Switch. But we're not really getting anything that's sort of Metroidvania. Now, Shovel Knight's on the Switch now. It's got some elements of that, but jump on this game. It's really cool. It's $20. It'll last you around 7 to 10 hours to 100% it, and I really dig it. On top of that, Mega Man. We talked earlier about the Virtual Console, not really happening on Switch right now outside of the Neo Geo games. Mega Man was supposed to get a resurgence with Mighty No. 9. We all know how that turned out. No reason to dig up that old corpse. But Mighty Gunvolt Burst just launched on the Switch. It's $10. It's very 8-bit. It's gorgeous, and it's got 2 characters in it. Gunvolt, who had his own 3DS games, and what's his...
Mighty No. 9.
Mighty No. 9. He's got a name. I forget it. It's Hank
Steven.
or something. Steven the Burst Boy. So this game's awesome. All the comments are going to be really mad at me right now. But this game's really cool. It's got 8 robot masters. You can go through each level and defeat them. And at the end, there's like a big boss rush mode, and you have to fight a sort of Wily type character. But this is my favorite thing about it. If you look at the menus here, you can go into basically a debug menu for every single character in this game and tweak every element of their weaponry, their traversal, their ability to air dash. There's tons of different things to unlock and find. I'm about 6 hours into this game. As you can see, there's hidden areas. It's really, really fun. It's really special. Total good deal for $10. 2 characters, and I find myself going in and replaying levels to find extra stuff and hidden items. So yeah, check this one out if you're starved for Mega Man, which I was. This is the Mighty No. 9 game we should have got last year.
Yeah, what a bummer that the one that they actually had all the hype around was.
Yeah,
didn't
I mean,
that.
Mighty No. 9 was supposed. It was a Kickstarter, darling. It was supposed to have its own anime. There are supposed to be physical rewards.
That awful doll.
Yeah, that awful doll. All these weird things came out of it. On top of that, Metroidvania games that I really dig. One of the classics is Cave Story. Cave Story has been on pretty much everything. It's originally a PC indie game. Nintendo a couple years ago partnered with this team called Nicholas that brought this game over. This is the 3DS version we saw here, which had sort of polygon
they
remakes.
2.5D'd it to work better in 3D, right?
So this game is out on Switch right now. It's $30, which is kind of pricey. Yeah, but if you collect physical versions, the physical version is actually really cool. If you get it from the right places, it comes with a soundtrack CD, a booklet that's very sort of NES Metroid
pouch,
style, and a little pouch with a keychain in it. And 1 in 25 of them is apparently autographed, which is pretty cool.
That's neat.
But yeah, this is a super fun game. You play as like this sort of 8-bit boy, and you get these awesome guns, and you get to mess stuff up. Oh hey, thanks for watching our video about Nintendo Switch. Here are the 7 most insane 1-2 Switch games ever made, and also, can Nintendo Switch outsell these systems? Let's find out by clicking the things here.